I have two moods these days. This mood and what you're currently looking at. You ever just wish you could give your beard growing abilities to somebody who really wants them? Cause I wish it every day of my life. I don't want this. If I waited a couple weeks, it would be a full red beard. And I don't want that. I can name like 5 people in my life who want the ability to grow a beard. And here I am with the ability to grow a beard, and I don't even want it. And that's how I know that the universe is a cruel mistress and that nothing in life is fair. I wanted to hop on here and I wanted to talk about a thing that is like a sad thing, but I don't want to make it a sad thing, right? Because we're not doing that anymore. I got a message that really stuck with me, and I left it in my inbox for a while because I wasn't really sure how to respond to it. And I'm going to try to. I'm still not really sure how I'm going to respond to it. But that's the fun of this. It was a seemingly simple one-line question that seemed innocuous and just sort of innocent. But when I read it, I realized I didn't really have an answer for it because it's something that I'm living in my life right now. How do you stop missing someone? It's loaded. It's loaded. It's really loaded. I miss a lot of people in my life. I miss people who I've lost. I miss friends who I've drifted apart from. I miss my family, back on the East Coast. And the question was asked in this framework. I miss people that I've dated. I miss people that I've loved. I've missed people that I've been so intimate and so open with, and who are no longer in my life. And there's a part of me that is always going to miss those people. I don't know what kind of profound wisdom I have on this subject. It's probably not much because, again, living it. But I'm going to give it a whirl. One of the primary sort of catalysts in my kind of last 3-4 month transformative experience of just living my truth honestly and openly, one of the biggest factors in that was a breakup. It was a breakup. I find it almost disgustingly ironic that oftentimes it takes horrible things happening to us and terrible feelings inside and being so unbelievably sad to kind of wake up to a lot of things and to start taking risks again. We get comfortable, and sometimes we need to be shaken up. And I hate that that's the reality, but my gosh, that's that's the reality. It would be foolish of me to project this air of sort of infallibility of raw strength and saying that like I'm over it and I'm better and I'm happy and I don't even miss him anymore, because it's not true. And I don't think it's really ever going to be true. I still miss the relationship I had my senior year of high school, almost like freaking 7 years ago. Oh my God. I still miss that summer from time to time. I miss, staying up late and dropping her off and sitting on the porch till 4 a.m. because we didn't want to say goodbye. I miss that. No experience is black or white, good or bad. All experiences that we have, even if some part of them were really, really inherently toxic, there's always good parts to it. We don't make decisions that are completely against our self-interest. We do things for a reason. We date people for a reason because there are good parts to it. And the part that is so difficult is reconciling the decisions that were made that have caused you to move forward in your life away from this person and missing the good. That's a tough thing. Another thing I'd be lying about, if I were to say it, would be that I've never thought of reigniting it or messaging or doing any of that stuff. I've of course thought of this. So a big piece of advice to something that you're sure of is not going to work is to, oh my God, don't text them. It didn't work for a reason. You move forward in life and you can't move back. You can't look back. It's really, really rare that you can go back to something that didn't work and then it works again on the second time. The definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And it's important to remember that. People do crazy things when they're in love. Yeah, that's from Hercules, and gosh, it's true. People also do crazy things when they fall out of love. They do crazy things to themselves. They do crazy things to the people around them. They do crazy things that are sometimes crazy good things. And all of that is part of life and part of, a mourning process that I think is entirely healthy. This is where friends are very important. This is where people who are a bit more objective are very important, because I feel very, very lucky that I've had people who have channeled me in really healthy directions with kind of my craziness. I'm gonna freaking dye my hair black. I'm gonna buy heels. I'm gonna start wearing makeup. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna just embody that, and it's been wonderful. Not to say that you can really be skilled at at breakups, because that's such a ridiculous thing to say, but I feel like I've done this one pretty well. I feel like I've done it pretty well. I used to be so so skilled at making myself sort of the center of the universe, victim complex, sort of like looking out the window in a car, playing sad music in your mind, like you're in a music video kind of stuff, to the point that I just grew comfortable in that feeling, feeling that I was wronged in some way. That made me superior to the situation, that I was like, oh, I didn't deserve this. How sad for me that this thing happened to me. Oh my gosh, the drama of it all. I think feeling sad's chill, feeling sad's chill and important, and I think good. But don't get addicted to that, friends. Life doesn't stop when you're sad. And I think in some ways it's so important that you don't allow life to stop when you're sad, which is so much easier said than done. Did you guys like my song? It's good. I would encourage everyone out there who is who's missing someone, or who is sad, who's going through anything really, to just, even if it's the littlest thing, it doesn't have to be you overcome this massive life struggle and you come out victorious in the end. But try and find little victories for yourself. Emotional wounds are much like physical wounds, in that sometimes they take a very long time to heal. A lot of times they need a lot of constant attention. You got to change the bandages every so often. And even then you could still end up with a scar that's going to be with you for the rest of your life, reminding you of that injury. And that's all totally normal. The body produces scar tissue for a reason, and I think our emotions are no different. It happens. It's part of the healing process. And maybe you wish you didn't have it in the first place. Maybe you wish that it wasn't something that you had to go through, but that reminder, that part of you now has contributed to who you are as a person, and hopefully you're able to learn from it. Oh my gosh, I know so many people, and one of those people is myself, who have historically, when bad stuff happens to them, using it as an excuse to act out and go crazy and just be a jerk, But again, life doesn't stop, and while it was never about you overall, nothing is ever always entirely about you, even when you're sad, that's still the case. I was watching a lot of my old videos recently, kind of going down memory lane, and something that I was actually very, very good at kind of back in the day, that I was kind of envious of, and that I want to tap back into. I used to be so good at using my feelings in a productive way. All of my feelings, and I used to preach it all the time as well, and I still do. I still believe it, but it's something that it's I'm trying to implement again. Yes, I'm sad about this thing that happened in my life, and I could use it in a way that's very unhealthy. I could just act out. I could lash out at people that I care about. I could be reckless. I could do all of those things. But what is that? How does that serve me? That's such an important question to ask all the time, and I'm still learning how to put it into place, but asking yourself the question, how does this serve me, before acting on something? And if that way that it serves you is a temporary high, or just sort of something to fix it for now and make you feel better, to slap a band-aid on it, if it doesn't actually do anything for your life, it's so not worth doing, Say it's been a few months, that you haven't been with a person and you're missing him, and you really just, you want to text him. If you're being unhealthy, something you could do is oh my gosh, I'm so sad, I'm going to call you, I'm going to get drunk and use that as an excuse to call or text him and be I miss you so much. And again, how does that serve you? It doesn't. It also completely erases the other person from the experience, because that then puts them in a situation what they probably don't want to be in. I find that whenever you're dealing with kind of a long-term hurt, is to try and chip away at it by looking internally, but sharing that sort of introspection externally. Because the danger with looking at yourself is wallowing and just sitting in there, and then all of a sudden it's building up, and you get more sad than you actually were, and then all of a sudden you're just oh my god, where am I? And it's not a fun feeling to have. Something I really struggle with is is letting other people in and letting them in beyond just sort of letting them know how I'm feeling. You know, like letting them in a way that actually involves me listening, and involves me making a concerted effort to adapt my behavior to be more healthy, to be more content, and to be productive as well. I'm a big fan of like checkpoints. I love, you know, the arbitrary whatever of New Year's and all this kind of stuff. Any opportunity that I have to kind of take stock of what I'm doing, take stock of what I want to be doing, and make plans to kind of achieve those things. Oh my gosh, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like so attracted to them. If I could find a person in that, like in that form, oh, date the heck out of them. Oh man, I love that. I think change is the nature of life. I think if you don't adapt, you won't survive. And I think doing the same thing over and over again isn't always going to work. You know, even if you were wronged or you were the one who is like the victim of a situation, I think even then it's still an important time to say, okay, how can I get stronger as a result of this? And how can I move forward in the best way possible? I'm very proud of who I'm becoming right now. And I, in a way, am grateful for the experience of this breakup that I went through, which is silly to say on the surface, but I truly am. Finding ways to take the sad and to take the things that are upsetting you or the people that you miss, and those opportunities as a chance to better yourself, I think is really the only way forward. Because I'm alive, man. You know, I'm here. I'm breathing. My heart's beating. I'm here. I'm living. I'm part of the world and this human species. I might as well make the most of it. You know, do anything. You know, just for the reason that you might as well. It's like art. Like, what is art? Like, why do people do art? It's like because they might as well do it. You know, we're here. You know, we were in the caves 10, 20,000 years ago. We're like, might as well freaking paint a freaking horse on there. Why? Because it looks dope, and I think it makes this place better, and I think it gives me a chance to do something that wasn't there before. Do it because why not? You know, because the alternative is not doing anything, and not doing anything is freaking boring. I hope for myself, and I also hope for anyone out there in the world, that we don't allow the things that happen to us to control us or to paralyze us or to stop us. That's my hope, man. I'm constantly in awe and empowered by my friends on YouTube, my friends on the internet, my friends in real life who I just see doing it every single day. And opening myself up to that inspiration and being able to receive that from the outside world is just, it's always so great. It's so great allowing myself to be proud of the people in my life. So how do you stop missing a person? I don't think you do. I don't think you stop missing a person. I think what you can do is you can miss the good, is to heal from the bad, and to just keep moving forward. That's gonna look different for every single person, and I'm okay with that. I'm very chill with that. I want to turn this query onto you lovely people out there in the world, in the comments. If you have gone through something where you've missed someone, whether it's somebody you've dated, somebody in your family, somebody just in general that you've missed, what's helped you? What has inspired you to keep going on and to move past this sad feeling that's in your heart at the moment? Like, let me know in the comments. I really want to read. I was looking through the comments of the last video, and there was so much good stuff in there. Like, oh my gosh, I was reading through. I'm so grateful, like, for a lot of the responses to the last video about dating. Oh my gosh, like, thank you guys. Thank you for that. I love having paragraph comments to read. Oh my God, I love it so much. It's like one of my favorite things that I've consistently had on YouTube over the years. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. As always, thank you guys so much for supporting me in whatever way you do, whether it's just watching, whether it's commenting, whether you're subscribed on Patreon, anything like that. I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. On the screen at some point, there's gonna be a playlist of all my recent uploads. Please feel free to check that out if you haven't seen any of my new uploads, because I'm back, you know, for those of you, like, if you haven't seen me yet, I'm back. And that's about it. I'm gonna get off of here. Thanks for chatting with me. Love you a lot, and see you later.